Never trust a guy who hates astrology and cats.
Today we're gonna watch a pseudo-intellectual feminist. That was kind of redundant in this day and age. Nonetheless, we're gonna listen to her say things that make perfect sense. So take your notebooks and pens out, boys and girls. Let's get educated.
Never trust a guy who hates astrology and cats because he probably hates women too.
She likes cats. She's preparing for the future. Very smart of her.
Now, hear me out.
You act like I have a say in the matter. Okay, fine, I do. I'm just doing it for the YouTube.
Because if he hates astrology, this female-dominated sphere, he will probably immediately judge a woman for having an interest in anything.
Most people who dislike astrology do so because A, they find it to be stupid, or B, they know what it's really about. Not everything involves race and or gender. But if you've been keeping up with these woke weirdos, that's clearly not what they think. And notice how they're always the ones adding race and or gender into the discussion.
And this isn't really new because teenage boys and men can obsess over video games and sports, and no one really has a problem with it. But once something is popularized by women, it's written off as stupid.
That statement had many layers of stupid, so let's peel all of them back one by one, shall we? There are women who obsess over video games and sports as well. In fact, roughly 40% of those who play video games are female. But there are plenty of females who hate video games because they take away time, money, and attention. And they want to have a monopoly on all of those things when it comes to their man. So if there are female gamers, females who hate video games, and those who are indifferent, it's easy to tell what category she belongs to. When it comes to professional sports, yes, there are less female athletes than there are male athletes, but you think they don't obsess over sport to get to where they are? A woman should not be shamed if she likes video games and sports. Now, when it comes to hobbies popularized by women, let's use stereotypical ones like knitting, sewing, and handicraft. No, these activities aren't written off as stupid, they just lean more towards the feminine side. And even though most chefs throughout history have been men, who were the ones doing the cooking at home? Women. So cooking is stereotypically a woman's hobby or duty. Yet many men enjoy doing it, myself included. Then we have many hobbies enjoyed by both genders. Dancing, acting, art-related hobbies. I could go on and on. Not every hobby is gender exclusive. I know it's a lot to take in. The fact of the matter is, anyone can like anything.
And astrology is centered around self-reflection and introspection.
Fun fact, astrology really didn't become popular with women until the 1970s, and astrology is an ancient Babylonian occult practice, and there's really no correlation between it, women, and feminism until some weirdos wanted to lump it together. All done strategically, of course, but that's a conversation for never because I don't want Susie blasting me to the shadow realm. Astrology is not centered around self-reflection and introspection. It's actually a form of divination. I'm a Virgo, so let's look at my horoscope, shall we? Strengths: I'm loyal, analytical, kind, hardworking, practical. Wow, that sounds so much like me. Shyness: I am introverted, where I do worry a lot. I am overly critical of myself. I mean, it is part of improving as a person. And I do happen to be overly critical of others. I guess that's part of being a commentary YouTuber. All work and no play. Yeah, I literally don't have time to play games anymore. I just record Nick's gameplay for my videos. Speaking of that, I might take a few days off and catch up on my video games. Likes: animals, healthy food, but it sounds so much like me. Oh my goodness. How could they ever know I like these things? It's so not generalized. Now, let's go over to the Taurus horoscope. Someone I'm not compatible with. Strengths: reliable, patient, practical, devoted, responsible, stable. Weaknesses: stubborn, possessive, uncompromising. Wow, some of these traits sound exactly like me. How could that be? How could that possibly be when this isn't generalized at all? It's like they know me. This is what happens when you receive your education from empowered blue-haired weirdos who write blogs about nonsensical buffoonery for a living while sipping double soy artisanal vegan lattes. I can't wait for the day a female asks for my sign. I'll respond with "tell me yours first." If she tells me she's a Taurus, I'll tell her, "Sorry, we're not compatible. I'm a gang member and you're a Taurus."
You're not a gang member, you're a tourist.
I had to play for context, and in case the law is listening,
Aquiato Wave is not a gang member. Aquiato Wave does not condone acts of an illegal nature, nor has he ever committed a crime in his entire life. All claims of illegal activity alleged against Aquiato Wave are to be deemed as libel and slander. I plead the fifth as well, so suck my Epcot Center-sized nuts.
my lawyers told me to say that. Except for the last part, I added that in.
And toxic masculinity views that as a bad thing, so he probably has issues with vulnerability.
I don't see the correlation between your skewed perception of astrology and vulnerability. Daily reminder: man bad, patriarchy bad.
And if he goes on about how he hates cats, he probably has issues with consent because, you have to earn a cat's trust, and cats kind of just like do whatever they want. So if he lacks the emotional capacity to love something that he can't control, I think that says something.
The circumlocution of Brobdingnagian nomenclature pertaining to the gasconading of those identifying as sesquipedalians, resulting in the floxinosinai hilipilification of logic, leads to the discombobulation of humankind en masse. I actually have no idea what I'm talking about. I just wanted to sound super intellectual. I have 3 cats, and all 3 of them are far more intelligent than you. Even the dumb one. Let that sink in. Since she likes practicing the dark arts, hold on, let me do a tarot reading for her real quick. First card we got loneliness. Second card, 12 cats. Third card, we have regret. The spirits have spoken! You shall die alone! But yeah, it's not looking very good for you. First reading is free. The next ones are $50 per minute.
They smell my cat.
Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next one.